Hi folks, this is Brother Bob here. I wanted to make a response to the video, Why Pentecostalism is Not of God. I don't want to go so much into the Pentecostal part as I do the gifts for today. That's the most important thing. You know, we can find faults in all denominations if we really look hard enough, but then again we can also find some things that bring us together. It would be great if we could all be one church and all put our gifts together and to learn from each other instead of being so critical all the time. But perhaps that will be for a future time. I want to make 3 points actually on that video about the gifts of the Spirit today in the 21st century. A lot of people don't believe that we still have the gifts of healing and prophecy and stuff. That can be nothing farther from the truth. In 1 Corinthians 12:4, 18 through 21, Paul says, "Now there are diversities of gifts, but the same Spirit. And there are differences of administrations, but the same Lord. And there are diversities of operations, but it is the same God which worketh all in all. But the manifestations of the Spirit is given to every man to profit others. For to one is given the Spirit of the word of wisdom, to another the word of knowledge by the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, and to another the gifts of healing by the same Spirit, to another the working of miracles, to another prophecy, to another discerning of spirits, and to another different kinds of tongues, diverse tongues actually, and to another the interpretation of tongues. But all these works together, all these works, that one and the same Spirit, dividing to every man as it pleases him." So the Holy Spirit gives the gifts as it pleases him to each one of the members of the body, which is me, you, any member of the church. The second point I want to make is Jesus himself said, oh, by the way, that was King James Version. In the New Living Translation, Jesus himself speaks in John 14:12. He said, "And I tell you the truth, anyone who believes in me, the same works I have done, and even greater works, because I am going to be with the Father." Was he talking about his 12 there? His 12 disciples? No. It says anyone who believes in me. That's me, you, your church partner sitting at the seat next to you. What kind of works did Jesus do? He healed the sick. He raised the dead. He even prophesied. Did Jesus prophesy? Okay, in the Amplified Bible, in Matthew 20, 18 and 19. Well, it's Matthew chapter 20, 18 through 19. Jesus says, "Behold, we are going to Jerusalem, and the Son of Man will be handed over to the chief priests and scribes, and they will sentence him to death," verse 19, "and deliver him over to the Gentiles to be mocked and whipped and crucified. And he will be raised to life on the third day." Jesus prophesied. There he is. He prophesied about his death, burial, and resurrection. So if that's true, that he prophesied, and in John 14:12 it says, "I tell you the truth, anyone who believes in me will do the same works I do and greater works," then I think those of you who believe that the gifts are not for today need to reread your scriptures and do a cross-reference study on this stuff. Us teachers will be held to a greater standard than other people. It's very important to study. I sure thank you. If you want to go into this full detail, if you want to see the full video I did on this, go to biblicalexpression.com. That's biblicalexpression.com. You can email me at brotherbob@fuse.net. That's brotherbob@fuse.net. May God be with you, and have a blessed day.